32 calls, 17 closes, $6,200. Last month, I made a video breaking down what I earned in a single week in remote sales. And when people booked a call with me off the back of that video, the first thing they asked me was, how's that possible? How does the maths actually work? How does the offer structure work? How does someone with zero experience like myself build towards a week like this? And this video here is that answer. And stick around to the 5-minute mark, and I'm gonna put a number on this board that is going to completely change how you see every hour you're spending in your 9 to 5 right now. You'll wanna see this. I'm gonna break down every single number from that week on this board, not just the wins, the days where it didn't go to plan, the 15 calls that didn't close, the offer structure, the commissions, and what the week actually looked like day by day. I'm gonna give you all of it. And then I'm gonna walk you through exactly how a complete beginner, someone who's never closed a single call in their life, builds towards a week just like this. I'm gonna show you the step by step. Look, every remote sales video on YouTube shows you the same thing. The villa, the laptop on the beach, I get it. I live in Dubai, that lifestyle is real for me. But nobody shows you the spreadsheet. Whether you work with me or not, everything I'm gonna show you works. I'm giving you the full model, so let's get into it. Right, numbers on the board first. Then we'll pull every single one apart. So, in that week, I took 32 calls, 17 closes at a 53% closing rate. That got me $6,283.40 in commissions. That's the headline, but the headline means nothing without understanding what's producing it. So let's do the maths right now. $283.40 divided by 17 closes. That's 369.61 per close in commissions. Now, I didn't give the commission rate I'm on in my last video, and I'm not gonna give it on this one either, because I don't want you fixating on one number when the model I'm showing you is what matters. So let me show you both scenarios. At 10%, the offer is priced at roughly $3,696. At 15%, it's around $2,464. Put this into your brain right now. Commission rate times offer price times how many you close, that is your entire income in one line. Every single variable in that formula can be improved. That means there is not a ceiling on how much you can earn, because every single variable there can be improved. Write that down, write that formula down. And this is the thing that most people get wrong when they get started out. They think that the skill is everything. Get good enough at closing and the money follows. I believed that for a very, very long time. I was wrong. The offer is 80% of the result. We're gonna come back to that, but just hold that thought. Now, let me show you the week day by day, because this is where most income proof videos lie by leaving these things out. They show you the total, this is what I earned, but they don't show you what it actually looked like getting there. So Tuesday, I took 6 calls, only closed 1 deal, and I got $369.61 at a 17% closing rate for Tuesday. Wednesday, 7 calls, 4 closes, $1,478.44 at a 57% closing rate. Thursday, 8 calls, 5 closes, $1,848.05 at a 63% closing rate. Friday, 6 calls, 4 closes at 1,478.44 at a 67% closing rate. Saturday, took 6 calls, 3 closes at a 50% closing rate, and I got $1,108.83. So total 32 calls, 17 closes, like we went before. That was $6,283.40. And yeah, I'll admit, I went out that Saturday night. Calendar went off Sunday and Monday. That's the whole point of this model. I'm not working 7 days a week. I'm just not doing that. I'm not sleeping at 6, 7 a.m. grinding on calls. I built this around my life, not the other way around. So when people say to me, oh, do I have to drop my 9 to 5? Do I have to drop everything I'm doing? You don't have to drop anything. You pick your own schedule. You fit this around your schedule. Okay. So I want you to come back to this table when you're having a bad day on calls. Look at Tuesday, 6 calls, only 1 close. That's a 17% close rate on a day where I could have done much more, and it probably resulted because I went out that Sunday. I went out that Saturday, and obviously Sunday I went out a bit, and that probably took an effect. And it's super, super important that you can't let one bad call lead into the next one. You might have 6 calls booked and 3 of them in a row were no's. You still go. Not going into the next call thinking, oh, the last one didn't go well, this one won't either, I give up, because then it won't work. That is not a mindset speech I'm giving you here. That is a direct impact on your close rate for the week. Okay, right. I told you to wait for this number. My average call is 45 minutes. 32 calls at 45 minutes, that's 24 hours on the phone. And around 5 hours of admin, reviewing calls, prepping, following up. That's roughly 29 hours of actual work for that week. Watch this. $6,283.40 divided by 29 hours. That gives me $216 an hour. Let that sit in. $216 I earned in an hour. Most people watching this right now are earning somewhere between $12 and $30 an hour. And the gap between earning $30 an hour to earning $216 an hour, it's not luck. It's not talent. It's a skill that can be learned and a model that can be built. And there's another way to look at it. Every single call I took that week, close or no close, was worth $196 to me. The 17 closes paid me, but the 15 no closes were also part of the process that produced the 17 closes. When you understand that every call is generating value, whether it closes or not, you stop dreading the ones that don't go your way. If you know someone stuck in a 9 to 5 right now, wondering if there's another way, send them this bit I just said right here. This is the one. Okay? Right. I want to talk about the 15 calls that didn't close, because I'm going to show you something right now that every remote sales video on YouTube leaves out. Not because they don't know it, because it makes the headline look less clean. On paper, 15 calls not closing, that's 47% of my week. On paper, that is terrible. And if you need every call to go well to stay motivated, this remote sales game will eat you alive. I've been there, I've done that, and it wasn't the life. Not every call is going to be a close. Your job isn't to close every deal. It's to run an excellent process, guide a prospect to make a decision that benefits them. And when the fit is there, close it. When it isn't, just let it go and go again. And this is the bit right here. Here's what the model looks like when you scale it. 50 calls next week at the same closing rate. 26 or 27 closes at $369 per close. Just under $9,600 in a week. This happens by upgrading to a better offer with a higher commission rate, and you're looking at 5 figures in a week. This is arithmetic. It's not a dream. The formula scales with call volume and close rate. They both improve with reps and feedback. Okay, right, so we've broken down every single number from that week. You've got the formula. You understand what's producing the income. But here's the thing. I want to show you something that most people in this space completely skip over. And it's the reason most closers with good skills are still making average money. We're going to talk about the offer. This is the bit that changes everything. So if you don't know what I mean by offer, offer is a term you say for the company you get placed into. Okay. The offer is 80% of the results. I said earlier, I was wrong about the skill being everything. Let me explain what I mean. I used to think if you get good enough at closing, the money follows. Put in enough reps, get your close rate up, the income just comes. That belief kept me on the wrong offers for longer than I want to admit. The offer is 80% of the results. Your skills get you across the line. The offer determines how many times you even get to the line and how much you can earn each time you do. And the offer, I'm on to make $6,200 in a week. The prospects came on that call already trusting the offer owner. That trust is worth more than any technique I've ever learned. So what makes a good offer? Pin this to your wall. These are the 4 filters I run before I join any offer. Every time, no expectations. Filter 1, cash collected last month. Not revenue, not invoiced, cash collected. If it's under $30,000 a month, your 10 to 15% cut produces very little, even on a perfect week. Filter 2, number of closers on the team. Too many closers, not enough leads, you're fighting for scraps, okay? Ask the offer owner how many are active right now. How many closers are active right now? And ask, what is the average call volume per closer? If they can't answer that clearly, it's a red flag. So, filter 3, lead quality. Warm leads, people who've consumed the offer owner's content, who've opted in, who understand what they're buying into. Close at a completely different rate to cold leads. This directly affects your numbers every single week. Filter 4, trust in the offer owner. The prospect on your call isn't just buying the product. They're buying trust in the person behind it. If the offer owner has a strong reputation, your job is much easier. If they have problems in the market, it doesn't matter how good you are. You will struggle on every call. You will just struggle. So these are the 5 questions you ask in every single offer interview. Every single one. And if the offer owner can't answer them clearly, you walk away. 1, what is the cash collected last month? 2, how many closers are on the team right now? 3, what is the average close rate across the team? 4, how are leads generated and what does the quality look like? 5, is there a trial period or onboarding process? And here's why asking these matters beyond the information. When you ask those questions confidently, like someone who's done this before, you immediately separate yourself from 90% of the people that the offer owner has spoken to. Most applicants show up wanting to be picked. You show up evaluating a business opportunity. That changes the entire dynamic. Right, write this down. There are 5 things you walk away from. Monthly revenue under $30,000. Your cut won't be worth your time. Can't explain where the leads come from, or they're giving you vague answers. It means an inconsistent pipeline. Third one, no existing closers on the team. You'd be building the old playbook from scratch while still trying to earn. Don't waste your time. Number 4, the offer owner puts so much pressure on you to start immediately with no trial, no training, no onboarding. Urgency without structure shows the business is very, very unorganized. And if the commission rate is below 8% on the high ticket products, let me just explain that in much detail. Let's say you're closing a $2,000 deal and they want to give you 5% commission as a closer. That's not worth your time. But if you're closing something like $50,000 and you're getting a 5%, that's okay. So that commission rate below 8%, it just really depends on the size of the deal you're closing. Look, this is not made up things to walk away from. I've spoken to people who joined the wrong offers and wondered why the model wasn't working. The formula I've shown you previously works. The offer they choose didn't. Every closer right now is sending the same message. I love to close for you. I'm coachable. I've got great energy. Offer owners are getting 50 versions of that DM every single week, and they ignore every single one. And here's the thing. This is super, super important. They're not ignoring you because they don't want a good closer. Every offer owner wants a great closer. They're ignoring you because that message looks exactly like the over 49 they got this week. And this is your opportunity because the bar right now is very low. 99% of closers right now are doing outreach the same exact lazy way. That means showing up differently is so much easier than ever. You don't need to be better than everyone. You just need to be different from everyone, okay? Most closers tell offer owners shit like, I've got a strong close rate, I'm great on discovery calls. That's telling the interview. Here's how. The closers who land the best roles show offer owners what they can do before they've even been invited to. Here's how. Before you apply for any single role, in 15 minutes, you know exactly where they're leaking money. The setter took 40 minutes to call. That speed to lead they're losing. VSL has no clear CTA. That's conversion they're missing. No pre-call assets. That's show rate that's suffering. This is your protocol before you apply to any offer at all. Now, a 3-minute role play recording of you running their specific offers discovery session, or a 1-page written analysis of the 3 biggest gaps you found going through their funnel, okay? Something tangible, something that only makes sense if you actually understood their business well enough to build it. And then you don't ask for permission. You don't say, would you be open to seeing a role play? You just send it. I went through your funnel, recorded a 3-minute role play of how I'd run your discovery session, sending it over. Think about it. While other closers are saying, I'd love to close for you, you're showing up with a role play recorded for their specific offer. You've done the work on their business before they've said a word to you. That is impossible to ignore. It's impossible. If they read that message, they will not ignore you. Now, alongside this, there are 2 different routes that produce results. Community access. The best roles are not on job boards. They're shared inside private communities where offer owners know the people who have been vetted and are serious. Even Free Community puts you in a room where opportunities get shared that you'd never find anywhere else. Vouching. Someone vouching for you. This is the fastest path by the long way. If a mentor or respected community member says to an offer owner, I know this person, they've trained, I trust them, 80% of that offer owner's hesitation disappears. This is why investing in the right mentor isn't about knowledge. It's about the doors that their reputation opens for you. Okay, here's the thing most closers don't do, and here's where most roles actually get landed. If an offer owner responds to you once, they're interested. Full stop. Don't stop following up until you've booked the interview or they've told you no straight away. Most people send one message and disappear. That's why they stay broke. Turn on post notification for the offer owner you're pursuing. The second they post a story, react and follow up. They're on their phone right there and then. They'll see it. Your first role will not be the one that makes you $6,200 in a week. And that's completely fine. That's fine. Your first role is a paid apprenticeship. The goal is reps, real calls, real objections, and building your close rate so you have data to take into the next conversation. Your first role gets you your second role. Your second role is better. Your third role, you get to be selective. They come to you. Nobody skips this progression. Take the first credible offer, show your numbers, then move up. Before I give you the week by week beginner roadmap, and it's coming right now, I want to address two things that slow beginners down more than anything else. Because if you go into this industry without knowing this, it will cost you months. Okay. The two things that slows beginners down. Just two things, and this is it. Number one, mentor upping. When you're starting out, it's tempting to watch everyone. Different channels, different courses, different frameworks. It feels productive. It isn't. Different mentors do things differently. Not one better than another, just differently. And if you're learning from 5 people at once, you've got 5 conflicting frameworks in your head. That's when you start becoming hesitant on calls because you don't know what to do. Just stick to 1 or 2 mentors when you're starting out. Number 2, not reviewing calls. The difference between a closer at 30% and a closer at 60% is not talent. It's just a few tweaks. Maybe a question that doesn't land. A moment where you went into a pitch when you should still be in discovery. Those adjustments are invincible to you in the moment. They only show up when you watch your calls back. Okay. I still review my calls every single week. If you do one thing from this video, review your calls, every single one. Save this video. Come back to this section when you're at each stage. Week 1 and 2. Watch the free 2-hour course on my YouTube. Your only job in these 2 weeks is to understand the discovery framework. What is discovery? Why does the pitch come after the problem? If you can explain the discovery section without notes by the end of week 2, you're ready to move. Week 3 and 4, role plays and feedback. Get into a community. Do live role plays. Record every single one. Get feedback from someone further ahead of you, not just peers. So my camera died. So it's still the same day. It's daylight now. It's 5:34 a.m. I was actually meant to go to bed at 2 a.m. but I wanted to really do this video. So let me bring this. Actually, it's a good job I didn't lose what I've just been talking about, that the camera died. Okay, let me bring this together. The maths. You understand the model. $6,283 from 32 calls, 17 closes, 53% closing rates, roughly 29 hours of work. Commission rate times close rate times call volume. Every variable improves with time and reps. Tuesday was 1 close out of 6, but the week still produced $6,283. Landing roles. Stop telling offer owners what you can do. Show them. Go through their funnel first. Build a role play of their specific discovery section before you apply. Show up with receipts and follow up relentlessly, because the money is always in the follow-up. The beginner path, week 1 to 2, the foundation, week 3 to 4, role plays and feedback. Month 2, first role, first close, everything changes. Month 3 to 6, optimize and scale and move up. Whether you work with me or not, that model works. I've given you everything. It's there. Save this video, screen record it, everything is there. Screenshot the important bits that I went through there. I've given you the roadmap. The free 2-hour course is on my YouTube right now. Watch it today, not next week, not next month, not next year, today. Because the people who say, I'll get to it, almost never do. And the people who watch it today are the ones on their first call in 4 weeks. I've also got a beginner's guide to perform in your offer interviews on my YouTube. Watch that before you apply for any role. And if you want the 90-day roadmap, day 1 to day 90, direct access, the community, the role plays, the offer access, the link is below. And that's where you go if you do this properly. Remote sales changed my life. I was stuck in a 9-to-5, being micromanaged. I remember sitting at my desk Tuesday morning, just looking at that clock, waiting to leave, waiting for it to touch the 5 p.m. So I'm allowed to leave the office like I'm a child. I wanted more. I just wanted that freedom. I live in Dubai now. I go out on a Saturday night. I turn my calendar off Sunday and Monday, and I can't complain. I genuinely can't complain. If you're watching this and you've made it to the end of this video, well done, because you've got everything now to make the exact same change I made. It's there for you to do now. And you're watching this and you know deep down you're meant for more. Stop letting that feeling sit there. Go out and get the life that you deserve. The link is below. I'll see you inside. Wow, we've done this video. It was nighttime, still the same day, and it's midnight. I hope you enjoyed that. If you got any value from that, keep me updated. Send me a DM on Instagram. I'll put my link to my Instagram. Drop me a message. Let me know how you get on with the 2-hour course that's on my YouTube, how you get on with applying for offers. And yeah, the link is below. If you wanna have a chat with me, I explain what the 90-day training program will look like for you. Let me know. It's been a pleasure.